Dak and Zeke addressed the issue yesterday. Let's take a listen.
I would say I was just very frustrated, but that's no excuse for the lack of effort I showed on tape, and I just can't do that. You know, being one of the leaders of this team and, you know, being a guy that people count on, I can't put that type of stuff on film. It's definitely not me. It's definitely not the type of player I am. It's definitely not who I am for this team, and, you know, I just can't do that. I was frustrated, and, you know, I wasn't myself.
First, I don't really listen to outside criticism. For me, I know who he is. I know the type of football player he is. I know the type of guy he is, and I've never and never will question his competitiveness or his lack of effort or whatever you want to say. I'll never question that. I know he's going to be there for me, for this teammate, for his teammates, his organization. So I mean, I don't pay attention to what other people say.
Eric Dickerson is still with us. Eric, do you like what Zeke said?
I just got to look at him. I got to look at him first. Of course I like what he said. You know, he's owning up to it. And he said he was frustrated. He's one of the leaders on this football team. His quarterback came back and supported him, as he said, presidential-esque. You know, I think that Zeke knows he didn't do the right thing. As a player, all of us have done things we're not proud of sometimes on the field.
Absolutely.
We've called it lollygagging around,
Yep.
you know, not giving 100%. But when it comes down to the real big picture, he's a pro football player. He loves the sport of football. He's going to play hard. And I'll give you my own story. We played the Packers in 1983, my rookie year. I was a rookie. We go down. We're going in to try to tie it. No, we're going in overtime. I take the hands off. I knock the ball out the quarterback's hand. We lose the game. They go back, kick a field goal, no time left. I go in the locker room, frustrated, very frustrated. I say something dumb. I got to give my friend Jim Hill credit. He didn't reprint it. He asked me, so, Eric, how do you feel about the game? You feel like you lost the game? I said, well, you know what? I'm going to get paid either way, but I do feel bad about it. Now, you don't say that. I'm going to get paid. I mean,
you said it on camera.
I said it.
Because Jim Hill's.
Right. I said it on camera.
Yeah.
They didn't put it out. I'm glad he didn't, but what it was frustration. I cared about my football team, just like he's owning up to, hey, I can't play like that. I can't have that on film. Right. You want to think about it? Film does not lie. It's going to show all the time what you did right and what you did wrong. But I do like that he's owning up to it.
That's all I'm saying, Skip. That's all I want
not all you said.
That's all I want Edie to do.
Yeah.
Just acknowledge it. Zeke acknowledged that on those two plays that he didn't give his best effort. And the one thing about
I'll just say one play. That other play, he was on the ground. I mean,
get up.
Come on, don't
Get up.
The guy was on top of him.
That's your question. Did you watch film at home?
Yes.
Okay. Why? You were required to watch film at work between 9 to 5 because you know you want to be down.
To get better.
Say it out loud.
To get better.
Exactly. So what you try and do is that you try and stop negative behavior before it's being formed. So what we do is that we're going to correct this, Zeke. That's the kind of effort that will get us beat. Richard Smith, who was my special teams coach early in my career, he said, son, that kind of effort will get you cut and me fired. Now, Zeke's not going to get cut because he's a special type of talent, but I just need to see that effort. I know he can do it. I know what Ezekiel Elliott is capable of doing. I saw it over a 15-game stretch last year, and I saw it first game of the season when he played the Giants, and then he ran through them. But when he went to 5,280 feet a mile high, he had a dream.
A bad dream?
He had a dream. The only person that could have made that dream come true in mile high was Dr. King. That's the only man that a dream will come true for. But if you go there with a dream, Skip Bayless, Dak Prescott had a dream. I'm going to impress Skip Bayless. No, you not. Let me see. Hold on. He had a QBR. He had a QBR of 36. Scale of 0 to 100, ED. If you got a QBR of 36, is that good?
That's not good.
That's 14 points below average.
But now look, you know this too.
Yeah.
No one plays great all the time. No one plays great all the time.
And stop trying to find tape on me loafing.
You know it. I'm looking for it. I already let you know I'm looking for it.
I'm glad.
You know why his QBR was so low? He had 2 interceptions. Whose fault were those 2 interceptions according to the Hall of Famer Shannon?
Dak Prescott, because he shouldn't have threw it to the guy.
Stop.
But anyway, but you know what, Skip? I'm glad Zeke owned up to it, and I'm glad Dak covered his back because in the locker, publicly, I would never criticize a player, even though I know he was some bull jive. Now, I've told players that they were bull jives, but during the camera, I'm like, hey, he played better, he'll get better. But after the camera gets rolling,
you tell the truth. I know you don't say what you really feel.
Hey,
This is all about you gloating over your Broncos beating the snot out of my Cowboys last Sunday. That's all it is. And the more I think about this, the sicker I get, because it's really about, to your point, one play. And it's a highly out of character, unusual play in so many ways, shapes, and forms, because it's probably the first play in Zeke's pro career, maybe his pro and college career, in which he is running a downfield pass route. So he has run completely past the play. And I'm not going to defend this, hands on hips, because that's a bad look. And it got caught on film. It got caught on videotape. And in this world, videotape it's the ruination of every. If you got it on tape, you're dead, right?
No, not
always.
Not necessarily.
They can doctor it.
No, we've seen things get caught on tape, and we know how that ends up.
I don't know.
Do we?
So here's the point. He overruns the play because it's his pass route, and he turns and realizes his star receiver, who's also supposed to be a team leader, did this to catch the football. You know, like he did. He did. And it goes right through his hands and right to Chris Harris Jr., who's already breaking on the ball and has a head of steam to go the wrong way. So all of us, we know Zeke had already hit the orange brick wall about 5 times, and he's going nowhere fast. And he turns and he's like, what else can go wrong? And should he have paid sort of lip service to it? Should he have gone through the motions of jogging after the play? Yeah. But it's one highly unusual play because his reputation in that Cowboy locker room is warrior. That's all. Practices as hard as anybody, plays as hard as anybody. Was he a repeat offender of taking plays off or jaking it or lollygagging? No, not once in his life has he ever been accused of any of this. And all of a sudden, your man, LaDainian Tomlinson, your fellow Hall of Famer, on Sunday night condemns him as absolutely quitting on his team. He quit on his team because of that one play. And I asked LaDainian now, on the very last play of the game that Dak Prescott throws a pick 6 on, did it look like he quit when he threw a devastating block on the blitzing linebacker and cut him, took his feet right out from under him to the point that the linebacker winds up on top of him and Zeke's on his back on the ground? Is that quitting on your team?
Not at all.
I think that took some effort to make that block, right?
We could give him that med alert. We could have gave Zeke that med alert. He pressed the button. I'm in my high, and I can't get up.
I fall and I can't get up.
Skip.
Let me ask you this question then. So, do you think it would have been a better look if he didn't put his hands on his hip, he just turned and just looked?
No, it would have been a better look if he'd have turned around and chased. I get it. He got a clear route. He's not, they're telling Zeke, we're not going to even throw you the ball. We just want you to clear it out. We're going to throw the slant in behind you. I get it. I've been there. And I've also to carry him. But you got to turn around and give some effort.
Have you ever muffed a pass that badly that it went right through your hands, right to the DBs?
I did.
You did?
I did. What? You admitted it?
I did it. Actually, I did a play like that in the Super Bowl.
Did you chase it?
Yeah, I tried to get it. I got it.
Did you get it?
Oh, I was on one leg, but I got it.
Okay.
I've tried.
Who was this?
Ronnie
Against
Bradford.
Atlanta?
Yeah, against Ronnie Bradford. He was an ex-teammate of mine, and he'd already been talking trash.
So you wanted to go get him?
Yeah.
You just completely muffed a John Elway pass?
It was a stick. I ran a stick route, and my left knee. It was my left knee, and I planted. Whoo, that thing just like, ooh, Lord. The pain just went through me and just like, ooh. I wasn't even thinking about the ball. I was like, woo, 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 woo. And next thing you know, Bradford had the ball. I had to get him those skills.
You got him even on one leg?
On a bad knee?
Yeah, on one leg.
Okay.
Because he was right there. I mean, I just grabbed him and threw him out.
What you say? He was where?
Huh?
He was right there.
He was right there.
Right there. See, he wasn't right there. And then,
If he'd have been way up there on one leg, I couldn't have caught it. I might have, though. I don't know. I could have ran straight ahead, but it's just that plant and cut. But I gonna get him now, Skip. O'Shea go
I think
get
that's the first time you've admitted to making a mistake.
No. I made.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to find a play.
I ran the wrong route a bunch of times.
I'm going to find a play with you.
Well, I didn't run the wrong route by accident. I did it on purpose because I wanted the ball.
He is only admitting
Now, see, that ain't a team player.
Oh, yeah. You're only admitting
that's
to
not
it.
a team player.
I got it.
What?
Because he wants to make the point that everybody makes a mistake, but then you chase them harder. Oh.
You don't exacerbate the mistake.
But did you hear what you just said?
What happened?
I ran the wrong route on purpose because I wanted the ball.
I did.
See, that's not right. That's not right. No, the film don't lie.
It don't lie.
Don't lie. The film don't lie.
But if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know. Skip, I needed 5 yards for 1,000. I needed 121 yards for 1,000. I had 116 and 2 touchdowns at the half, and they ain't throw me another ball. So I just started lining up all over the field, wherever I thought the ball was going to go.
How do you remember every little number?
Because I was cooking the Raiders. I cooked them so bad. You know what I did? I cooked the Raiders so bad, I made them go out and sign Albert Lewis. Go get Albert Lewis. Because if you don't, you ain't got nobody on your team that can slow me down. And I cooked him.
And I run the wrong routes anyway, so I can
Stop
get
it,
I'm just saying.
It happened a couple of times.
Okay, I mean, I'm with you.
Albert Lewis is a cornerback.
That's what they had to go get him to come see me. Because I was running through their corner.
You're a tight end.
I was running through them.
You put a safety on you because you can't run.
I wish they
You're
would.
a 4'8", 40 guy.
I wish they would have. You know what, Skip? You were right. So in 93, the last game of the season, I cooked them for like 5 for 116, 120, and 2 touchdowns, and then went back out the following week, hit them up for 13 for 156. It's the Albert Lewis, we need you.
That's how you remember them numbers, though.
We need you, Albert, because we can't do nothing with
You've got like photographic, egomaniacal memory of every little
Good. I didn't know that there's some.
There's something out there. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it.
Oh, I cooked a couple of them.
Okay, but
Eric, thanks for joining us. Yeah.
But you see me make them tackles in the middle.
Is it fair to compare